This podcast contains adult language and crude humor. Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed non-binaries, I come to you with an announcement. Boomy Nation is not a whore, but his beard is. Boomy, your beard is a whore, and I await your response to this trash talk.
Thrall's balls! They're everywhere!
Thrall's Balls, a World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Boomy Nation, Craig, Gershom, Johnnie Tips, and Wooly. What's up, swingaz? From the TBHQ in the grizzly lands of Wisconsin, welcome to Thrall's Balls, episode number 201. I'm Wooly, the slappin', flappin' havoc demon hunter. Here with me is Gershom, the classy, sassy beastmastery hunter, and of course, we also have Johnnie Tips, the debonair dark iron demonology warlock. Hi, guys!
What's up, swingers?
Well, hello there.
Hello. Just so you know, I did tell Boomy like a couple hours ago when I was writing the notes instead of writing them yesterday because I fell asleep. Just so you know, I call you a whore in the cold open, and he's like, sounds about accurate.
I totally expected that, honestly.
Yeah.
That's like some straight up, that is some straight up Capricorn behavior. He's just like, okay.
See, like,
It's so Boomy. It's so Boomy coded. He's like, whatever. I told him too, I was like, we trolled you at the very end of episode 200. And he's like, oh, really? I didn't even listen. And I was like, ouch.
damn.
I know.
I don't remember. What did we do? That was literally the last
phone
episode.
call.
I don't
We
remember.
pretended to call him.
Oh, yes,
And
that's
forced him
right.
to return my cuck chair and my rope that I left at his house.
When I took like an extra, 10 minutes to make this stupid button specifically for
It was
that.
so worth it.
Yes, it was.
Worth it.
Worth.
We need to do more of those. Those are pretty good. I said that should be another that we do sometime.
Absolutely.
We gotta do
So,
Flurpy next. Oh,
Yes.
that's a new
Uncle Craig. Oh my god.
Or Craig.
Craig!
Bro, he's got
I'm
like
hilarious,
three.
you know
He's
it.
like, he's got 3 kids now. He might actually come like murder you for doing that. Like, what if this is the 5 minutes of sleep that he gets like a year?
Yeah, guys, when we say he's a host on the show, technically he is, but don't hold your breath waiting for him. He's extremely part-time. The dude has an incredibly busy life. Like, I'm not even sure if he's currently playing WoW.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he had talked about it back before the expansion came out, but I don't think he kept. I have no idea if he like came back for any of the patch content or anything.
He has 3 kids under 3. I really
Oh,
doubt
dude,
he's
yeah,
doing.
no one's expecting him to be like on top of the content cycle. Yeah, exactly.
I have 1 toddler, and I find it hard to, because apparently she's technically a toddler now. I find it difficult to find time with the 1 kid.
That blows my
Sorry.
mind.
When they start toddling, you call them toddlers. Like when they start walking. It's around 1.
I
know you're a
know, but I
little
don't
late
want-
to the party. I know.
I just
you
don't want her to grow
up.
up too fast. She's my little baby.
I know.
For
It was
whatever reason,
very
in my
cuddly
mind,
this
taller, I
morning.
think of like 3 to 7 or
That's
6.
not.
That's kind
See,
of-
y'all,
I don't
know.
In my
y'all
brain, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like preschool to like 3rd grade is like kind of the window I always think of. Like,
No, I would have thought like ages 2 and 3. 4 and higher is just a kid.
okay, I don't have a kid, so I don't know. But like in my brain, like especially when I was growing up, it was like that was kind of. I was like, I don't know. I'm from Florida, so who the fuck knows? You know, like who the.
Damn.
I mean, I remember learning to use the potty. I was 33, but whatever.
Wow.
What have you guys been
You
up
guys
to?
had
in WoW
potties?
He's like, I said I was from Florida. We went out in the
Okay.
fucking swamp and we
Dude, like,
did the alligator zigzag and shit. Fuck that. God damn it.
You
Fuck
just
off.
cut
Yeah,
a
actually, a myth,
hole
by
in
the
a
way. It doesn't
cardboard
actually work.
box.
I know, it's horrible. And it was a bad pop culture reference.
yeah, they did teach us that shit,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
We had drills and everything. It was a whole fucking thing. It was like...
About alligators?
Oh, yeah. There were all good identifying snakes and I random pythons and birds and, you know...
Wait,
you know,
wait. You had alligator drills?
Yeah!
What
Alligator
did an
drills?
alligator drill look like? Were you
It
like
was,
standing up on
it
your
was
desk?
very similar to like doing suicides for basketball. Where you're doing like a basketball, where you're going from like one end of the court to the midpoint, and you go shorter and shorter each time, you know, or longer and longer each time. Like you go like full.
How does
half
that
court.
help you get away from alligators?
They would have us doing zigzags. It was like, oh, go from here to here, but like go in a zigzag in like a 3 to 6 foot spread. And we were like maybe like 3rd to 4th grade doing this, like elementary school.
Yeah, it
It's,
does
you
not
know,
make sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
'cause
It was
alligators
fucking
can't
dumb.
zigzag.
It's just as useful as the DARE program. Let's put it that way. Like,
I mean, the DARE program kind of had the opposite effect. How many times have you seen somebody wear a DARE shirt who wasn't a total stoner?
0
Me and-
times. 0
Actually,
times.
nah, me in 4th grade, I used to rock my DARE shirt, and I think I got punched in the teeth for it at least once.
I mean,
If only they knew.
Happy 420, everyone. Dare to be different.
Yeah. Oh, it is
It's actually
420 right
420.
this second.
Fucking
What's
is.
funny
Oh,
is
shit,
I was
it
just
is.
looking for my vape. Johnny,
mine.
what did you do in WoW this week?
I sent a shit ton of keys. We're still on Dimensius, and what else did we do? I obviously did I farmed my delves, right? I got my infinite rune. I'm fucking renown 18 with the Koreshi Trust. I got my infinite rune. So no more of the days of trying to buy augment runes. Not that I was buying them anyway, but yeah, every once in a while you get a freebie from the old Undermine raid, and maybe I was going back there to go sell them on the auction house because reasons. Because hashtag free money. I don't know. But anyway, I don't have to do that anymore. So whatever. Fuck it. Other than
I
that,
feel
just
like-
Money, though. Free money, though. That sounded pretty convincing to me. I was like, what? Free money?
yeah.
I feel like augment runes, not the permanent one, the augment rune in general should persist through the entire raid instead of resetting every time you die, because that shit's fucking expensive. Like, to the point where I won't even waste them unless I know it's a kill pull. So then there ends up being kill pulls that I didn't think would be a kill, so I didn't use the rune.
say I find the without the contracts, what's the inscription item that you can use for like a single boss and give you a bunch of versatility on that boss? Vantage rune, yeah. I find those to be way more useful than the augment runes, in my opinion.
Sure,
the
but you can
individual
only
ones.
use them on one boss.
Yeah, but like that's usually when you want them. Is when you're like hard progressing a boss. Like for us, we Ventus runes on Dimensius and Plexus Sentinel. Plexus Sentinel Heroic was hard, man. Like week 1, bro, when you're in there and you got like no gear, that was not as easy as like I think that was harder than doing Salad Bar.
Anyway, didn't mean to derail you. What else did you do this week?
Mostly been sick for the most of the time. Watched a shit ton of Attack on Titan in my off time because I'm finally watching that show. I had seen the first season when it came out in 2013 when it first came out, and I just never finished it. So now I'm actually going off and finishing the series. And but yeah, did my weekly 11 delves, a shit ton of Mythic Plus. Farmed my delves, and then the raid, and I already finished Koreshi Trust and got my infinite rune, so I'm good. I'm kind of done. Just for trying to get that Demencia's kill before I go off and try and get the 12s and get my resilient 12s and get 3K rating for the season. And then I'll be off to other games and just being casual until housing.
Hell yeah. Gershom, what did you do in WoW this week?
I didn't do a lot. Sorry. I think
fucking Captain Kirk this shit.
No, it's like it sounded like how on Family Guy when they would make what's his name? William Shatner, when they'd make him do like the funny dance to it, like, do you want to go to space? And he would always have like a different like dance move on, or he would like jump around the screen. Anyways, yeah, shit, what did I do? I did the regular stuff, like I finished my Eco Dome. I think that was the biggest thing. I was so proud of that because that was just in time to get that badass mount. I'm using it right now, that Karak. You can't train the ones that are in your Eco Dome, so I guess, but it was cool. I still like my Tigers, and that Karak sort of matches the Mog that I already had on, so I like that guy. But yeah, I'm just kind of sitting pretty, like farming delves for my crest. Like I said last week, I'm on 11s, and those are getting easier because I'm like 694 now. So instead of 11 being hard, it's like the boss is hard. Like don't go AFK during the boss, but even like sometimes like, oh no, I have to run and like answer the door while there's like a trash pack or something, like getting to the point where like my pet and Bran can sort of like take the heat for like 5 seconds while I get up or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Like it's not like super as stressful as it was when I was like maybe like 680 and I was pushing myself. So like I'm like tearing through those. I mean, I'm 14 with Koresh, so no permanent runes or augment runes or anything for me. Just 14. So we're getting there. It's out of 20, right? And like 19's the mount. So really a lot of people are like 19 is kind of the end or something. So anyways, I'm 14 with them. It's whatever. And so like since I was done with Eco Dome, I think I got more into like I did a few warrants. I got one of the achievements for doing at least like 2 of the warrants, 2 out of like 5 of them or whatever. So like I could keep working on that. And I was kind of starting to peek around to see what I'm missing for like Sojourner and Lore Master, because I'm pretty sure it's some things. And then, yeah, like, I mean, I'm really glad to be done with the Eco Dome. As fun as it was, like, I do take a lot of pride in that, but it's one of those things where, like, I don't think I'm going to go back and do it. Like, there's a little bit of Koreshi trust there, but it's not a lot, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. Like, I may as well just go spam, like, world quests and just keep my contract on. But, yeah, I think in general, like, happy Venari, happy Punani. You know, I set my Punani up on that nice little mount, and I'm good to go. That's it. Just some casual bullshit.
Happy Punani.
It was the closest thing I could come that rhymed with Venari. I said come.
Oh
You started laughing
That's
before I
lovely.
even said it.
Jesus Christ.
We need to grow up. Jesus.
So, fuck no. That is
Do
our
we, though?
brand.
Why would you?
I mean, it's
All right,
the reason
yeah.
our listenership isn't as big as other shows, but whatever. It's us.
We say shit like happy Venari, happy Punani. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy V, happy P.
Eat it the Y. Shiny.
Jesus Christ. Well, I can say what I did. It was jack shit. I logged in and got my vault. I didn't even do delves. I decided to take a little bit of a break from the game for this past week. Been playing Minecraft on my Switch, actually, so it's been making it easier to take care of the kid. Anyway, what I did do, though, is... remember that backstory for that fucking Frank's Fluids character where I mentioned he had a shitty garage band named Frank's Fluids? I've expanded it.
Oh.
All right. So, his real name is Tebryn Elder Scream. Tebryn, if anyone's curious. Now, what happened to turn him into Tebryn Elder Scream? His name was Tebryn Elder Song when he was playing guitar in that shitty little garage band. Eventually, he started to feel like maybe there's more to life than being a musician. Maybe I'm called to something more. And then, he started looking into all kinds of magic and shit, came across the people doing the void stuff, and then he got exiled and he became a void elf along all the others, and he was still Tebran Elder Song, but then he learned how to be a demon hunter, future lore, whatever here. He learned how to be a demon hunter and decided to change his name to Tebran Elder Scream. And I like it because Elder Scream, when you look at it written out, is it Elder Scream or Elder's Cream?
You said he was in a garage band, not a fucking choir, Catholic choir. Okay, you know what? We're good.
What?
Elder's Cream. I was thinking about bad priests, bad actors in the church. You can remove that. You're good.
No, he did not M-word any children's.
I was thinking maybe that's what happened to him because he got the Elder's Cream. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I found my vape. We're good.
It's all good. I took that opportunity to jot down what I think is going to end up being the show title. Take a guess what it is.
Elder's Cream?
Nope.
Is it Happy Punani?
Happy V, Happy P.
Gross.
Elder's Cream.
Either one.
Christ.
So good. Oh my god.
What are we even fucking doing? Well, we have a teabag time to read, so let's get on into that.
I am restless.
Teabag time.
So, this is teabag time. It's the point in the show where we read out any feedback or comments, thereby teabagging the individual who left us that message. We have another comment on Spotify from our friend Drastio. He loves leaving us comments, and I love reading them. This was on last week's episode 200. He said, 200 and still going strong. Fuck yeah, swingers, keep it up. Thanks, Drastio. We're really glad that you're still listening, despite our fucking weird shit. You know what? I'm actually going to take this opportunity we had somebody new join the Discord recently. I want to shout them out, too.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, this was in my notes. I was going to say you didn't forget good old Pasta Matt, boy.
Pasta Matt.
Pasta Matt.
I forgot. I can't find his comment because I can't hold down my push to talk and do the things I need to.
Thanks for reminding me. I joined the Discord. I remember hitting over the lips through the gums and look how some Akira comes there a long time ago.
Yeah, so he had my back. He's heard the phrase before.
He heard the call. It was like a bird's call. He heard it. Hey, Keem.
Well, thanks for joining the Discord and thanks for listening, Pasta Matt. All y'all out there, if you want to be teabagged, just leave a comment on an episode on Spotify or a review on Apple Podcasts. You can send us an email, ThrallsBallsPodcast@gmail.com. Most fun way, of course, is to join Discord. If you go to ThrallsBalls.com, you can find our Discord link in there. You could also reach out to us on social media if you'd like. The show itself is at ThrallsBallsPod. I wrote ThrallsBallsPodcast in the notes, but that's inaccurate. We're on Twitter and or X, whatever you call it. I'm slowly starting to stop giving a shit that it's called something different now. We have an Instagram as well at ThrallsBallsPod. A couple other things that I haven't maintained in a bit, so I'm not even going to bother with them. Anyway, yeah. You want to do mixed drink of the week, you guys?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Where's the button, though? It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody to please only partake of the mixed drink of the week, or any substance for that matter, if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so. Furthermore, we're not responsible for any stupid shit that may befall you as a result of your own stupid shit. See, Johnny, I say that week in, week out, and you can't remember over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole.
Nope.
God damn.
Listen, he already said he was from Florida. Let the man go. Jesus Christ.
Let him cook.
We're not known for. You think we have schools out there? What are you talking about, man?
Was your toddler potty just an alligator with his mouth open?
There were outhouses. That was a thing. That was totally a thing. That was not unheard of. No, I had a regular toilet when I growing up, but still, it's just like.
So there's Floridians who accidentally poop on alligators?
Actually, you know what? I bet there's a news story about it somewhere. I'll bet anything.
Florida man poops on alligator.
Is there there's one of those
I bet you can Google it. I bet you can Google and find it.
Remember the Darwin Awards? You remember what the Darwin Awards were? They were like, you got the award only if you removed yourself from the gene pool by being so stupid that's how you died. So I would count shitting in an alligator's mouth or anywhere near on or in an alligator would probably, hopefully you don't have kids because then you're removed from the gene pool. And if you do, God help us all. Fuck.
I want to take
there's
that
not
out
one
of context.
there's not one for a gator, but there is a guy who pooped on a dead possum in the street during rush hour. So that is a thing, and that didn't actually happen that long ago.
RFK Jr., is that you?
He was trying to cure polio.
He was trying out a new marinade before he took it home. Sorry.
A diarrhea-nade or some shit. Oh my God, the picture so the guy who pooped on the possum, Johnny just posted that in general chat. That's in general chat, sir. That's not even in, leave it there. That's not even in host chat. People just get that out of context. This guy is the most Florida man looking motherfucker.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Let me see where
His nose is all
in.
crooked. He's got weird marks on the left side of his face.
It gets worse if you read it.
Side of his face on the left side of his face.
It's so much worse than the title.
I like how it says police said they found physical evidence at the scene. So you obviously found a possum with shit on it.
Yeah.
Physical evidence. There's not much more beyond this description. Seems pretty clear cut.
What are you in for?
A shit on a possum. What the fuck?
Anyway, we're at Mixed Drink of the Week now.
Right.
Jesus. I did not take my ADD meds today.
Rip.
I'm having a hard time.
It's part of the fun. The chaos is
Hell
fun.
yes. For the Mixed Drink of the Week, we are balls deep in the what we call current events, although sometimes the things we reference are not necessarily current, but relevant to being current. This one, though, is this week I'm up, and I finally brought the Plexus Sentinel drink to life. And I'm going to give you guys 2 hints. I gave you 1 hint last week. I don't remember if I said it on air or not, but Plexus Sentinel's bubbles that you have to dodge when you jump through the walls, that is a hint. Those are involved. The other hint, this is a frozen drink of some sort. So, Gershom, Popcorn, you're up first. What do you think is in the Plexus Sentinel?
I'm going to go with what I had before I had the second hint. So I was working with bubbles. I went really easy on this one. I said, you're going to buy a carbonated, if the color's green, fine. If it's not, maybe you can make it green. But I was thinking like a green apple, like weed drink. And then I wanted to add some like green apple or similarly flavored vodka to it. And then some Mountain Dew. So it's all green and it is bubbly. And I feel like the weed beverage is like, oh, the bubbles, but like you're getting like high. Like, I don't know, like it's just floaty. But I didn't do this fight, so I might be off. Yeah. So I'm nowhere near it.
The only thing that wouldn't fit, because the rest of that sounds like it would be incredible, is the color. Plexus Sentinel's kind of pink and blue and purpley.
See, that's where I fucked up. I don't know why I was thinking green.
But the drink you described would be appropriate, but it's not quite what I did. Johnny, what do you think is in
Okay,
the
here's what
Plexus
I
Sentinel?
think. I think it is pink Gatorade, vodka, and ice, stirred in a glass, and then you put some sort of lime club soda on top, or lemon club soda on top, and then there's your bubbles.
All right. Well, that wasn't close.
Rip.
So here's what it actually is. First, I don't have any glass ones, so I used a plastic margarita glass. And I wetted the edges of the rim and lined it with this purple sanding sugar I got from Walmart.
Oh, so we're getting fancy.
And then I filled the cup with Daly's is the brand, and I used their Jamaican Smile frozen cocktail and filled that up with it. Then I took more of that purple sanding sugar and mixed it into the drink itself. I took some of the frozen cocktail that didn't fit into the glass and kind of plopped it on top to be Plexus Sentinel's bubbles. So yeah, that is the Plexus Sentinel drink. Gotta confess though, I already drank it. Started it, I don't know, half hour ago, and it's gone now. So who wants to send me off with a vape hit instead?
Okay, well, no, since I know it, Johnny.
Johnny,
do it.
Come on.
Over the lips. Here it comes. Look out, asshole!
Yo, there it is. Here's the vape pit, though. Ah, see? Perfect.
I don't know if that made any sound, but I blew the smoke at the microphone.
Wooly found his vape.
I let go of my push to talk, so all they heard was the start of a cough and then silence for a second or two.
No.
And no, I'm not editing it out. Editing.
Wooly, edit that bad podcasting back into this mediocre podcast immediately.
It's like, sometimes I have trouble saying the word edited, that kind of thing. And I end up fumbling over the word. It's like trying to say devour or demon hunter. It doesn't flow off the tongue very well.
Have you ever noticed when your doctor says we need to run some tests? It's always like testis, like it's always like, it's really hard not to say. Podcast is another word like that. Like when you throw the S on it, like wherever you get your podcasts, and it feels very like blah, 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 like, I don't know.
Breastises.
Right. Breastises.
Anyway,
exactly.
Next week, Johnny is up, and he is going to be bringing us a drink he calls the Nari, as in THE Nari. So, Venari before she became Venari. And that's kind of what I meant when I said sometimes it's not perfectly current events, but references current events in a way. So I'm excited to hear this. Do you have a hint for us?
I do, actually. It's going to be a very, it's always, if you're in a desert country or somewhere that was very desert, like desert paradise, that's the theme. Desert paradise. That's the vibe.
Paradise.
That's what I'm kind of going for.
That girl is my desert paradise. Man, happy Punani on a desert with Nari all day. Fuck yeah, dude, let's go. This drink sounds hot.
That's what I'm saying.
Does it have like Viagra in it, or like what's it good? Maybe.
There's no blue chew in it, but I won't not say that it doesn't have some sort of magnesium and maybe some other minerals in it.
Nice.
Do we know what the Koreshi looked like before they became brokers in Ethereum?
I don't think so. I think the assumption, I think they're going for like I don't want to sound too unsensitive about it. It felt like a folklore, like Arabian Nights type thing, like
their voices, yeah.
That was the kind of vibe I was getting. Like I was getting the thieves and knights in like that time frame, you know, like Ottoman Empire, or pre-Ottoman Empire, in this valley possibly. Like I was getting like a couple of different vibes from that, and I wasn't sure like what spread between, you know, the Atlantic Ocean, Mediterranean Sea, and like, you know, Indian Ocean type I couldn't get a firm spot on it. But I was thinking some community that was like in a desert, but also had watering holes and also like, lush jungles as well, like intermixed amongst the desert areas, because they were like dwindling all their resources for the tech and, to support this like technomancy and trying to do all this arcane magic and stuff. So that was kind of the vibe I was getting from the broker / ethereals before they became those things,
See, I would like to think... So, okay, clearly they were some sort of bipedal humanoid because of the shape.
Yeah.
So, like, shit, what if they were just like... I sort of want to say, like, tiefling, like from D&D, except we already have that. We have the Draenei. So I don't know.
I was thinking more like Rathion from Mr. Pandaria vibes. That was kind of
not
what
so
I was
much
getting.
like what they like. That would culturally represent them, but like I think we're just I don't know like.
Oh, like physically, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
They could be any sort of bipedal humanoid.
Maybe even reptilian.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm still holding a small flame for like how they work in with like the Haronir. Like the Haronir went underground for some reason that a lot of people went underground. Like Khazalgar broke off, and I know I'm like really fucked up on my lore here, but I don't think it's out of the question to say that they might have been some kind of jungly, because like Johnny, when you were going on about the like Arabic like influence. Am I still there? Something just dinged on my Discord.
You're here. That was my fucking computer.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Being like, you need to update your shit. Fuck off. I'm recording.
Yeah. Also,
with that. Yeah.
My Windows too. I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, we'll see. But no, what I was thinking is so funny is like, because I thought it was a stoner thought or like a shower thought, and I was gonna bring it up. So I'm so glad that Johnny did, because there's one guy who pops up on World Quest. I don't know who he is. But he has like the lilt, like that kind of, we'll call it like a Middle Eastern or Arabic sort of style voice. But he almost sounds like more like, this is going to sound weird, but like French or something. He's like, oh no, excuse me, so something is happening over here. And like, it's like, I do the worst voices, but he doesn't sound fully Middle Eastern. And I was like, are they trying to work in some kind of like, because in ancient history, we all know, like you were talking about, like Ottoman Empire, like you tie in like France and North Africa and that sort of zone like all the time. And I'm like, are they like world building here a little bit with like a different culture? I don't know. It's like way too
like
early to know.
Like,
but like,
yeah.
But then I was thinking too, when I said what I was doing, and wow, I did forget one thing that I thought was funny. I was kind of wondering if like the brokers would like do anything like differently about like how bad the food was in Shadowlands and stuff like that. And so I didn't necessarily find any proof that like they're creating any better food, but there's this quest you have to do. I can't remember what it's called. It's like, it's part of Sojourners. Like I haven't finished it yet, but you have to go like buy different things from different brokers to like get something. It might be like a warrant or something, like get something for the boss, but you have to go to these two vendors, and one of them sells like delicious like cakes or something. They're like sells delicious baked goods. The broker's name is Ba. So like not covenant. What's it called? What are they called? Cartel.
Cartel.
Yeah. So you know how they do like a word and then an apostrophe and then their names, like Nari, she's Cartel V. Okay. So these guys' names were Ba Kari, and he sold cakes. So obviously bakery. And then the one right next to him sells hot drinks, and their name is Barista. And I'm like, okay, look, you guys, God. Like, I just love when WoW does stuff like this. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Johnny, but I just felt like I was gonna throw that in there. So I thought it was funny, like how they're just still messing with that. And anyway, I think that's like, I don't think we're gonna see the end of like the broker humor or learning more about them. So I think that's totally cool.
So Johnny put in host chat a picture he found that's just like some sort of
like a mural type thing. Yeah, relief. Yeah.
It's not like super detailed, but it just shows humanoid bipedal individuals with completely bald heads, and there's no features on them in this. So I think it's a closer look, but not quite like an answer.
I think it's intentional because it's supposed to be like more generic. And,
Yeah.
and you can tell, like, you know, the little poofy pants on like the people that are guiding the other folks in there. You know what I mean?
But like, where is that from? Is that from somewhere in game?
I think it's from the short stories.
Oh.
Oh yeah, like
Interesting.
when fucking
Because it looks
Locust
like
Walker
Tazabush.
was
Yeah.
getting it on with his
Yeah.
wife in the bathtub.
Oh. I didn't read
Wait,
that.
was there a bathtub in that story, or did I invent that in my brain?
I think there is because they like bathe him before the
Okay.
but like when they like capture him, whatever. But they like before they bring him back or whatever, or it's like before. Because I remember he's talking to his wife or whatever, and he's like finally cleaning himself because his wife's like, "Go take a bath," because he keeps working and working and working all the time, and he doesn't want to go to jail, and the wife's like, "Yo, you need to fucking take a breather, go take a bath," and there's like a scene where he talks about him cleansing himself finally after a long time, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So they're not reptilian then, because a reptilian species wouldn't bathe in water. I don't think so anyway. The other thing I want to know is, so it seems a little ambiguous about the brokers in regards to the Shadowlands, because we show up and all these people are like, holy shit, somebody's alive here? What the fuck? But they're all completely aware of the brokers. So that would imply that the brokers were dead Koreshi, except now they're telling us that's not true. They're alive. They're just, bound the same way the ethereals are. So which fucking is it? I need clarification there.
What I'm thinking is, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on this, but my perspective in terms of reading both sources is like, from possibly what's happened here is they either just did a retcon, or part of the population that didn't go with the whole plan to like sacrifice themselves, their bodily forms, to live through the planet blowing up. Those people went to the Shadowlands, or here's the other, or just souls. And then there's also the people that took a different route, and they went to the realm of death with Tazavesh, because I think Tazavesh broke off and went to the Shadowlands, and then the rest of them went off, became ethereals into the Twisted Nether. So there's people that went to the Twisted Nether, and then there's the people that went to the in-between on Tazavesh, because that's why we have to go on that boat in Shadowlands. It's not really in one of the Shadowlands zones. It's off in the in-between on its own, just floating there in the middle of nothingness. So it's not really, it's like in the realm of death, but it's actually in between. And I think that's how they were able to sew the lines between the two of them. So they're both essentially the same thing. I think they just took two different paths to achieve the same goal of dematerializing their bodies to survive the explosion.
We had mentioned before, I forget on which episode it was, but Johnny, I don't remember if you were there, but I had made note of the fact that that some of the brokers, like the fancy looking ones, like the Binaries and the ones that run Tazavesh, not the ethereals, but like legit brokers, they have this voice line where they're like, finally Tazavesh has returned to Koresh. And I thought at the point I was overthinking that, but I'm starting to think I wasn't overthinking that. That there was some sort of confirmed. No, but I mean, no. I know that that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the wording of, no, Wooly, I know that Tazavesh is back in Koresh, don't worry. I know I get lost sometimes, but yeah, just the wording of like Tazavesh has returned to, like, what, did it make a decision to go back? Was there some, like, what I'm saying is that Johnny's talking about like a decision or a split, some sort of process where like the ethereals and the brokers do something different conscientiously, and that's why they end up in different ways the way that they are now. Because like even in looking at this picture you put in host chat, they do look more like there's definitely ethereals and brokers there, like in that art. So like
Koresh was a city state of Koresh.
Yeah, right.
And I believe they were traders as well in life, and they were a big trading hub, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe they decided to go their own way, and with this whole process they were going through, and they went into the state place called the In-Between with Tazafesh versus the ethereals that went into pure arcing energy form and went into Twisted Nether when the planet
Isn't it called
exploded.
the In-Between when you fly between the different places in Shadowlands, which probably were never we're probably all connected at one time or something.
And that's why we deal with the Devourers and Shadowlands as well, because they're like invading the In-Between, because they're like constantly shifting in the random spaces in between the Shadowlands, and that's where they are coming from in the rips. And we had those little those dailies in what was that zone? Ardenville?
Korthia?
Or Korthia. Yeah, it might have been Korthia, but it was during that patch, I think, where we would go to like the different zones, and they would have special events where you would go and there'd be a rip. You would enter, and you would fight the big towers and stuff.
Yes. No, you're talking about like you could do like Revendreth. You'd fly up to. So I'm missing one mount from that because I couldn't do the Necrolords one years ago. Or I should probably try it again, but. Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. I can't remember what they were called. Yeah, but
I forget what they were called. But we were. That's what made me think of them. Now, technically, I think it's still technically a retcon because I think in the Grimoire or something like that, it like states that they are dead or in some capacity. But then in Volume 4, I think it like states they're not or whatever. There's some sort of retcon happening somewhere. I'm not sure where, but there is some sort of minor retcon between the Breakers technically being dead already, and then them not being dead.
There is like another interesting concept that I don't know how it ties into all this, and I know Willie we'll get to the news in a second. But so when you meet Devourers for the first time, I believe it is in Shadowlands, in Korthia, and they're like, oh, there's these weird creatures from like somewhere else. They look different from the Devourers on Koresh. They look more thrashed. They have like holes in their bodies, scratches on them, so they're definitely like some sort of they've been through some shit and now they're on Korthia. So and then also there's that weird world boss, and it's so funny making fun of the man in his bad like I think sounds like kind of Frenchish accent, but he's like, you know Reshinor, that big dragon that can just run around through space? And you're like, okay, so there's creatures out there that can just rip open and go back and forth. So like they think they're like, oh, a soul chooses to be in untethered space, that's a crime, that's a sin, like we have to get rid of them. But then there's these creatures like Reshinor who can just tear through back and forth. So that ability is there. I just don't know what you need to do it. Or like were these Devourers that look kind of shitty, like they've been through hell on Korthia, like were they escaping something bad? Like when the world was first falling apart and Koresh was actually being torn into like tiny little pieces? I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's a really fun time to speculate right now because we don't have enough story yet. This is one of my favorite times. Like we're getting the hang of it. The patch feels good. We're so back, baby. And now I can kind of start to focus on like story and repetitive things that I'm seeing, right? So it feels like a good spot. But sorry to hijack, Wooly. I know we're just like.
My main takeaway here is that you guys can both say devourer, and it's not hard for you.
I can't say breastises though.
Fair enough.
Breastism.
And I have breastises. I have breastises.
Unfortunately, so do
I. No.
Johnny, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, my tinfoil hat theory is that the Devourers are the reasons the first ones don't exist anymore and why the Titans exist. And I think that's what the secret that the Titans are hiding, is that they were trying to format the whole world to protect itself from the Devourers taking over everything and exploding. That's like a minor tinfoil hat theory, and I think at the end of Last Titan,
could they possibly eat enough mana or anima to just destroy everything?
Well, there's infinite of them apparently. There's no end. There's like no.
Because they come back and forth in these weird like void terrors. And Nari, every now and then she sends you. She's like, go stop them and get this anima they have. Get it. We need it. We need it. So like it might be like a constant struggle between them. A devourer. They're just devouring the earth the entire time, and you're just stuck like struggling against them or something.
Like it makes me wonder if there's some sort of soul engine type thing making them, kind of like how the Legion was, and it makes me wonder who's making them and where they come from, like what's making these. Like
the jailer said something worse was coming. It was the daddy devourer. It was demented Jesus.
Oh my god. I always assumed he was talking about the void. What if he was talking about something even bigger, like you're saying? Where the
these nuts.
The eater guys come from.
These nuts.
Yeah, anyway, I'll stop it there. We'll save it for another time. But that's something to think about, to ponder for next week.
Hell yeah.
For the time being.
Let's move on to the
news time. Yeah.
Okay, so finding my vape was a bad choice. Here we go.
Time for WoW News, motherfuckers.
All right, first up to talk about here is there is being, yeah, I'm gonna go with that, a little bit of a shakeup in the MOP realms area. So, in the NA, well, I'm jumping ahead, they are connecting and making mega realms. So, it initially was just going to be Pagel, and they were going to beef it up with extra hardware, and they were going to have as many people transfer to Pagel as they could, because they want the world to feel full. They don't want people to have to struggle to find groups, all that stuff. That's for the non-PvP servers. For PvP, they were going to do the same thing on Globulus. However, there was some concern about keeping character names and guild names and stuff. So they are also connecting some realms to Pagel for this. Those realms that they're connecting are Nazgrim, Galacras, Raden, Leishen, and Immersius. So alongside free transfers to Pagel being offered, you can also transfer to a Pagel connected realm, depending on what realm you're on. If you're on Fairlina, you go to Nazgrim, Mankrik to Galacras, Benediction to Raden, Atiesh to Leishen, and Whitemane to Immersius. So, the unfortunate thing here is that this does mean guild achievements won't stay with your guild after transferring it over. And the devs were kind of straight up transparent about that. They're like, honestly, we haven't figured out a way to do it with the time frame we have been given to get this done in. So if you choose to go along with this, that would be something worth considering. Also, they say nobody's forced to do this, but I kind of feel like if you don't, you're gonna end up with a dead realm. I don't know. I don't play MOP, so no idea what it'll mean realistically. So I do also have to point something out here. Where did it go? Yeah, so somebody had asked them why they're doing this now, so soon in the cycle of Classic, rather than waiting to see if it even becomes a problem. And their response was, since these moves are very disruptive, we felt that starting this process sooner rather than later would be for the best. And that makes sense to me, because think about it, you're disrupting less things. You don't have as much laid down. So, Johnny, are you back? I know you stepped away.
Oh, I'm back. Yep.
All right, cool. You want to let us know what's going on with these Mythic Plus things?
Oh, I do. I do have one little thing to say about the servers getting merged over or moved over.
Okay.
It makes me wonder if they're going to retire these previous servers or if they're going to repurpose them for something else with Classic.
I don't think they will, because they're not forcing people to take the transfers. They're still going to be...
Okay, they're not splitting them. All right.
Because there's plenty of realms on retail that could stand to be trimmed. Like, for example, my original server, Twisting Nether, it's a fucking dead server, has been for years. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna be retiring the servers.
Okay, well, anyway, there's a big fix happened, Mythic Plus. If you were doing 12s, you might have seen a little bump in your score this week. Apparently, there was a glitch with any key that was done with the Zalatab's Guile affix was 5 points less than it should be. And for every level or whatever. So you might be missing quite a few points. I want to say it's about 40 points, possibly jump. So if you're really close to 3K, congratulations. This might push you over the edge, for all you know. So, yeah. Thanks,
I feel like that might be a little disappointing for those who like to get their screenshots when they hit it. Like to suddenly log in and you're like 30-20 or something.
Yeah. You'll get, I know what you mean, yeah. That's kind of a bummer, but you can always just go ahead and achieve it and it'll have the date on there when you got it.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I mean, kind of a nothing burger of a news item, but still worth pointing out just for those rare, exceptional ones out there who are definitely not me, who go for 3K.
I mean, it's kind of nothing burger, honestly. I haven't even started doing my 12s yet. So it was literally a nothing burger for me. It really only applies to people that are doing 12s, working towards 3K or more, you know. So it goes to everyone up at the top end too. So it's kind of going to like create this inflationary effect on everyone's title score. So this little, not much, but it's going to, you know, to the hyper competitive, I feel like it won't make that much of a difference. It's really only going to affect people that are like in between 2,800 and 3,000 plus, you know, or 2,700 versus, you know, 3,000, a small window of scores to truly affect them anyway. So, but still, it's a good thing. Whatever, 40 less points I have to run, you know.
Then so shout out to those OGs who got the 3K before this was fixed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of those folks are already doing like 15s or 14s already, or more.
What is the achievement or title or whatever it is for being like the top something % in Mythic Plus?
Hall of Fame? Oh, I'm thinking of something else. Top 1%.
Shit, I forgot completely. All I know is like I was on Twitter and Proudmoore's single best feral druid, Kalis. She posted that she had gotten this, and I'm trying to remember what it... Indomitable? No, that's not it. Anyway, Gershom, you want to let us know what's going on with Lemix?
Lemix! La, 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 la. Bro, I'm so ready. You guys get hyped. It's coming October 7th. We're getting our Legion remix. I just saw this all over the socials. Like, when? I am so excited for this on so many levels. I'm definitely going to play this, but before I go into my own selfish zones, are you guys going to play? What are you looking forward to? What are you thinking about this?
I am absolutely going to play it. My number one plan is to level one of each class so I can get the fell versions of the class mounts.
Samesies.
Johnny, how about you?
What's up?
Are you planning to play Legion Remix?
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay, so I'm either gonna play Rogue, Warrior, or make a new Demon Hunter, or I'm gonna do a Hunter. Those are the classes I'm kind of planning on playing for the remix.
See, like, what I'm hopeful for is that the campaign quests won't be fucking time gated. Like, you have to do this many items of bullshit on your, what was that table called? Whatever, the table of lameness.
So they took away the mini game of the farm in Pandaria Remix, and then wasn't there some other mini games that they kind of took away, or that they said that they wouldn't? So like people were like, oh, in Warlords of Draenor you probably shouldn't have like the mission table, even though that's when they started the mission table, right? It was like Legion. Isn't that
Warlords.
You're talking about the mission table, right? Oh, so
Yeah,
Warlords was first. Yeah. So like I don't know if those sorts of systems are gonna exist or if they're just gonna leave them out. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, you're good. I hope they get rid of it. There's like a post of things that are changing, and Unbound Hero, that's what it's called.
Yep, that's what it's called, Unbound
Johnnie
Hero.
Found the top 0.1% achievement is the Unbound Hero. Congrats.
Keystone
Kayla.
Legend
I don't
is
think
the
you listen.
Right. Keystone Legend is the one for the 3000 or whatever.
Okay.
so we did cover all this. We do have a link in the show notes. I forgot to mention earlier, but you guys, I have a question for you. And while you debate about it, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Why is Khadgar not a class mount? 3 minutes, go.
Why is Khadgar not a class mount?
Because they're waiting for War Within, not War Within, but for, they're probably waiting until he actually passes away or becomes like Medivh. And then they'll give it to us.
They're gonna call it World of Khadgar, the Peg Within. That's exactly what they're gonna do.
The Peg
Or
Within.
what I could see as a mount is his, like, although they
The
probably
Spoke
wouldn't do
Within.
it because it would be a little insensitive. If they made his like arcane wheelchair thing a mount, I don't think they will though. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's-
I'm fully expecting that. And I'll
that
be
would
mad
be
if
a
they don't.
little bit insensitive, or at the very least insensitive enough that some people might get pissy about it.
True.
I don't know.
It's possible. I feel like they could do it in a way where it wasn't, like maybe not exactly a wheelchair, but maybe like something else, or make it a toy and make him appear in the wheelchair
Yeah,
next to
that'll
you.
work.
I feel like that
Or
might be the
give us-
better way.
Give us like an arcane surfboard like that, like a surfboard.
Oh, I
made of
can
arcane
see him
energy.
doing that. Yeah, give us a surfboard and then give us a toy that has him roll up, and then you can talk to him like that other one, like Vogoth, whatever his name is. That old toy from Legion
Oh,
with the talking
I
mage
don't
you can talk
remember
to.
this.
But they
I
would
don't
only do
remember
this after if Khadgar ever dies for real, or like becomes like uninteractable anymore, like he's off doing something else, like Medivh, So
Or if he accidentally gets blasted with magic that turns him into an old man. Wait a minute, that already happened.
yeah, that already happened. Yeah,
I don't
someone
know.
de-ages him.
If Khadgar himself were a class mount, he would be a mage class mount for sure. And how I would want that to work is like you jam his staff up your ass and you turn into the bird he turns into.
Yeah.
Like the crow.
Or yes,
Dude,
I am
that's
so,
fucking
I am
yes.
so, I am so proud. I am so proud. I can leave you boys unattended. By the way,
I wouldn't do it very often. We'll end
Yeah.
up burning shit down.
just like Khadgar
no,
that
like-
time. No.
A more realistic way of looking at it, but still stupid and whimsical, and honestly better than that stupid disc mages got, would be like you use your mount item, and during the mount summon animation, Khadgar shows up and just says something like "fucking again," and then puts you in his like magic circle ball thing.
What
You
if like
float
you
around.
what if you got like a mage's flying carpet, but the weaving was like his face, so then you get to sit on his face.
Oh my god, yes.
Fly around.
Also, now that you say that, the mage's mount definitely should have been a flying carpet, not that stupid
Yeah,
disc.
I don't. Yeah.
Or that fucking floating head thing he did back in Warlords, and make that the floating head that you would follow around, and you ride on that with some reins.
No, forget the reins. You're just holding pieces of his hair like
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Bro, entirely. Just breaking his neck already. Fuck.
Knowledge is power.
Yep.
Oh my lord. All right.
We have a lot of work to do, champion.
I'm gonna hit this button now. Play a game. So Gershom got excited and wanted to make a 20 questions. So she made a 20 questions. Johnny and I are gonna go back and forth asking yes or no questions only. And we're gonna use the clues we get to try to hone in on whatever it is Gershom is thinking about. We can only make a guess after all 20 questions are asked, so each of us asks 10 questions, I believe it is.
Yep.
You want to lead us into it, Gershom? Do we get a hint of any kind?
I'll give you a hint. Just to narrow it down, we're talking about an event in the World of Warcraft.
Okay. Johnny, do you want to... I'll keep track of the questions asked.
If you guys get... I got it.
Okay.
If you guys get 5 each and you're not getting close, I'll give you another small hint. How about that?
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
Johnny, you want to guess, take your...
Is this a recent event? Like, let's say, did the event happen within this expansion?
It does not.
Okay.
Did this event happen within the last 10,000 years?
Yes. Holy, narrowing it down. Good job. I love it.
It's fucking World of Warcraft.
I know. It's like, was it yesterday or was it the War of the Ancients? I don't know.
Is it through the Dark Portal opened the first time?
Wait, what was it about the Dark Portal?
Did it happen after the first Dark Portal opened?
Yes.
Did it happen during the timeline of World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it involve the Alliance?
Yes.
Did it happen before the events of Cataclysm?
Yes.
Is there a school involved?
No.
A school? What were you thinking of? Whatever.
Also, actually, not to make anything super mixed up, but Wooly, when you said, does this occur in the context of World of Warcraft? This is one of your hints. We see this event, it's a flashback, but you do play it in the game. So that might help. Ooh. So I gave you the point for that, but that's your second hint ahead of time. So Johnny,
okay.
You've guessed 4, Wooly has guessed 3, and it's Wooly's turn, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's something that happened in the past, but we play. Does it involve Arthas?
Yes.
Was it in Eastern Kingdoms?
Yes. You guys are closing in on this pretty quick.
Was it something that pissed off Uther?
Yes. Okay, that's 5 questions each. I don't think you guys need a hint.
Yeah. Nope. Johnny might.
Double winner? No?
Well,
we're not done yet. Johnny, do you got more questions? Do you know what it is? Because I clearly do.
I think I know what it is too. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'll ask one question just to be fun. Were there crates of grain involved?
Yes.
Did Jaina have a sad girl moment?
She had a total fucking dude. Her eyeliner was down her cheeks. Believe me, it was so sad.
So clearly, it's calling of Strappo.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, guys. I usually eat ass. I usually win. So today I'm getting shat on. That's my wow.
Well, don't worry.
Destroyed my trivia.
It's not head of the class, so no one's eating ass unless they want to.
What is this?
Jaina had a sad girl moment because she didn't get a chance to eat ass because Garthas. Oh my god, that would be the best mashup ever. Arthas mashed up with Garth from fucking Wayne's World.
No.
Yes. Or Garth Brooks, one of the two, whichever one.
No,
Party
I'm
on,
thinking Wayne's
Wayne.
World. Yeah,
Party
party on,
on Wayne's World
Jaina.
too.
Party,
Party
on,
on
Jaina.
Jaina.
No,
That's
no,
the song
guys.
name.
Party on, Wayna. Party on, Garthas.
Garthas and Wayna. Oh my god, stop. You need to go make a meme immediately.
Oh my
I know
God.
you have a toddler at the house. She's a toddler now, not a baby.
And let me tell you, she is living up to the fake name I gave her to talk about her on the show, Mischief. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, but get ready, bro.
She climbs everything.
I was listening to this other podcast the other day. It doesn't matter what it was, but it was somebody like talking about like neighbors. They were having like stories about funny neighbors or whatever. And someone was like, oh, I never minded that my upstairs neighbor had a toddler. But the only thing I didn't understand is why it sounded like this all the time. And then they kind of were like, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And right away I was like yelling at my phone. I'm like, that's because they had a fucking toddler. And then the podcaster was like, do they just run back and forth up and down the hallway all day? And I was just like, yeah, that's exactly what they fucking do. They run laps around your house all fucking day. So yeah.
Mischief has been walking for maybe 4 or 5 months now. She was a late walker. She's still sort of unsteady on her feet. Like, she's trying to find her balance yet.
She'll get
But
there.
I'm sure once she gets it, she is going to just zoom.
So my kids were late walkers too, but they were like the get up and run type. I'm talking real late though. Like the 18-month deadline, my kids were like, this is a toddler podcast now, sorry guys. They were like 16 months old. And the doctor's like, but they're not like barely walking at all. And then they both like immediately just stood up and ran down like just, I was like, what? She's thinking about it, don't worry.
She'll get there, and then I'll have even less energy. Anyway, that was actually a really fun game. I am very happy to have partaken of
I don't know
That
what
was
made me
fun.
think of that. I was gonna do a different event, but I was like, let's throw it back, y'all. Take it back, y'all.
Did it piss off Uther?
Yes. Look, you guys had it
You
immediately.
were so defeated when I
I
said
was like,
that.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it was fine. I knew from the jump. I was like, if they don't get this, I don't know what's gonna happen. I thought someone was gonna be like, does a character say "till the ends of the earth" or some shit?
Does Jaina have a sad girl moment?
She cried so bad, bro. She went home and then she sad fucked what's his face, the one guy that sucks.
Thoughts, right?
Kael'thas, yeah, Kael'thas.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, she said
what a
fuck
smarmy
Kael'thas.
prick.
Ugh.
Rip.
Glad I got both his mounts already.
I like
Hey,
how
yo.
Garthas didn't quite get the redemption in Revendreth that everybody thought he would. He started. You can see he's starting to go that way, but he didn't quite get redeemed just yet. Did I say Arthas? I meant Kael'thas.
No, you said
Garthas,
Kael'thas.
Kael'thas, same
Garthas.
shit. different bag.
That's what
Different-
Jaina
my
said.
God.
She's like, it's, you know what, it's one or the other. It's fine.
Party on,
She has
Wayna.
like a
Party on, Garthas.
Kael'thas. Okay. You think Kael'thas
All right,
is
guys.
like that drunk friend in the back of the car? That's my final thought. If we're doing final thoughts, then
We
Kael'thas.
are doing final thoughts.
Cool, this is mine. If Garthas and Wayna are up front in the car, then Kael'thas is that drunk friend who's about to yak, but can then sing Bohemian Rhapsody at the top of his lungs in perfect keynote the whole time.
Now I've imagined Arthas having all the runes on Frostmourne like float upward in wispy little faces singing the operatic part of Bohemian Rhapsody. Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let me out of this sword. I guess that's my final thought. I was gonna say happy V, happy P, but I like that more. Johnny, what's your final thought?
I mean, party on, Wayna.
Party
Party
on,
on,
Garthas.
Garthas.
Party on, Garthas.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and get out of here, so go ahead and follow us in the social places. You can find the various proper spellings in the episode description. So, I am at Wooly08 on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. I don't check Blue Sky enough. And I'm at Wooly_08 on TikTok. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom on Twitter and at Hunter Gershom with 2 R's on Instagram. Boomy is at Boomy Nation on Twitter, YouTube, whatever social media he uses. Johnnie Tips is Johnny.tips on Discord and at Johnny.tips on Instagram. And of course, Craig, our super duper part-time 5th co-host and show mascot, is at Craig Addict on Twitter. Tweet at him. We're going to do this. He's not going to know that we're doing this because he probably doesn't have time to listen to the show. But tweet at him. I want you all to tweet him "Party on Garthas" with no context. Don't explain if he asks why you're doing that. Do it.
Wait, who? Craig?
Craig.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. At Craig Addict. And then, of course, the show is at ThrallsBallsPod on Twitter and Instagram. You can also search ThrallsBallsPod on YouTube. I'm trying to still work out that little wrinkle with half the show not being on there for some reason. Haven't quite been able to figure that one out. But you can also email us with any feedback or questions, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can leave a feedback on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or in Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com to find our link tree, and all of those links can be found there. But I guess until next time, guys, bye. We love you. Be good.
Party on, swingers.